This is Prince Abel the Kind. Prince Abel lived in a far-off land with his sister Adriana and the king and queen. Their castle was a mountain fortress with many animals nearby who lived under their protection. Abel and Adriana took care of the animals every day, feeding them and giving them all baths when they were dirty and making sure that they had warm places to stay when the weather became cold or wet. That's a very important thing because animals do get cold and wet when it's cold and all of that. They need places to stay. And Abel was so nice to the animals. Sometimes they caused problems, but he was still nice to them. And he had to work very hard to fix those problems. But he did not complain, not ever. One day, the baby dragon had a cold. Its nose was running and running. Suddenly, the little dragon sneezed, a gigantic, fiery sneeze, and whoop! The little dragon sneeze set the barn on fire. Animals were running everywhere to get away from the fire, of course. Abel heard the royal fire alarm and asked God to protect everyone, including the animals, especially the animals. Then he called all his cousins to come and help fight the fire. "Princes, princesses, come here right away. We need you," he called to them. They started arriving almost as soon as he spoke. Samuel picked up everyone but John and Max in his royal helicopter. Max and John wanted to bring one of their dinosaurs to help, so they rode on its back. You can imagine what a mess it was to clean up, but with all those helpers, including a dinosaur and a giant, it went much faster. But now they would have to build a new barn, and while it was being built, they still had to find a place for all the animals to be safe and warm. What would Abel do? You can see it was a very serious job Abel had watching over all those animals, with so many things to think about at one time. What he decided to do was to have the giant and the dinosaur lift the animals into a nearby cave where they would be sheltered from the rain and the wind until the barn was finished. Princesses Adriana, Madeline, and Olivia took care of the animals in the cave while the boy cousins worked on the barn. Bennett used his sword to chop wood. Samuel and Taylor in the helicopter directed Sawyer and Preston on the backhoe and the bulldozer. John and Max supervised the dinosaur and the giant, which really took a lot of work because all the giant really liked to do is pull out trees and smash things and make as much noise as possible. After a while, though, the giant decided that he liked helping so much that he finished the barn off in record time. The dino carried the wood for him. On the night that the animals were back in the barn, all the cousins had a big party with cake and ice cream and fireworks. Abel's whole family thanked God for him. We love him so much, and your family loves you too. Bye.